Well, tonight, tracking Idalia, the now tropical storm attacking the Carolina coast, leaving flooded paths, of course, deaths and destruction in its wake. This video from this morning shows the then Category 3 storm as it made landfall in the Big Bend region of Florida.
Charleston, South Carolina's oldest and largest city, now feeling the full strength of Idalia. We have live pictures from College of Charleston showing the rain continuing to fall at this hour. National Weather Service says water has breached the battery and coastal dunes. Thank you for joining us for the news at 11. I'm Vanessa Rufus.
And I'm Colin Mayfield. Idalia moving quickly across the southern U.S. Most of central and northern Florida seeing major flooding and damage tonight, thanks to strong winds and record storm surge. Idalia is still a force to be reckoned with, threatening the coastal areas of the Carolinas with intense winds, flooding, and possible tornadoes. Those strong winds injuring 2 today, just north of Charleston.
Holy, that car's flying! What the?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, quite intense video there.
Scary stuff here. Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich leading off our coverage tonight. Where's the storm at this hour, Brad?
You know, it's just north of Charleston. Charleston's water levels are slowly going down, but there's still flooded water. It's everywhere in the Charleston area. It's just not going up anymore. There's the center of circulation, 60-mile-per-hour winds, but as you mentioned, it is racing to the northeast at 21 miles per hour. It will continue to move off to the north and east. We're almost done with the rain. I think after midnight or 1 a.m. in Charlotte, the rain will end. It'll take a couple more hours for it to move out of the sandhills, but that heavy rain band is from around Florence to Conway all the way up to Fayetteville, then moving into eastern North Carolina. In our area, still some pretty moderate rain in parts of Wadesboro, Monroe, up towards Albemarle, but light rain, drizzle, and mist falling in Charlotte. That back edge has been stubborn to get out of here. We've seen some sprinkles show up back to the west as well, but you see the flood warnings off to the east. That's where the heaviest rain is right now. Overnight by tomorrow morning should be offshore and then moves off to the east, and over the holiday weekend, it's going to be meandering pretty slowly to the east, but it is moving away from the U.S. as a weak tropical storm out near Bermuda. Now, why is it going to weaken out there even though it's back over water? Well, east of us, as it goes over the water, there's going to be wind shear that's going to keep the storm at bay, which means it will not gain more strength out there because of all that wind shear. If you get a chance later tonight or early tomorrow morning, that full moon is up. It is a blue moon, which means it's the second full moon in the calendar month. That is up there right now. That'll be up through tomorrow. You'll actually get to see it again tomorrow night. But coming up, we're going to talk about cooler and dry weather. In fact, a little taste of autumn for Thursday and Friday. It's going to feel great for the first couple days of September.
Looking forward to that. All right, we'll look ahead and see you soon, Brad. Thank you. Now, as we track the impact of the tropical storm Idalia on the Carolina coast, Charlotte area, of course, seeing some steady rain and some winds tonight.
And WCNC Charlotte's Julia Kaufman has been tracking the storm all day and brings us a look at how our area fared.
Charlotte saw consistent rain Wednesday from the outer bands of Idalia. Wet roads worsened rush hour traffic in the evening. And severe weather across the southeast trickled into more than 200 flight delays and 94 cancellations at the Charlotte Douglas International Airport.
Idalia, whatever her name was, I'm not sure what the hurricane name was, but she was very inconvenient.
Travelers like Antoine Milton forced to go home and reschedule flights for the weekend. Plus, Lancaster, Chesterfield, and Anson County schools are virtual Thursday. Richmond County schools will be closed.
We've got teams pre-positioned throughout the state, and particularly in the areas where, our weather indications are showing the most likely impact.
South Carolina is in a state of emergency, and Red Cross workers are on standby across the coast. Allison Taylor with Red Cross North Carolina says they've sent 20 people to Florida and Georgia for assistance.
Making sure people have a meal to eat. We'll be making sure we're distributing supplies to help support cleanup. We have people who are able to support disaster mental health and spiritual care, because someone who's just been through a disaster like this, oftentimes they might need someone to talk to, and we can help support that.
That was Julia Kaufman reporting for us. Charleston getting the brunt of the storm, though, right now. This video from just a few hours ago shows the waves crashing against the wall at the Charleston Battery. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane is there tonight and sent back this report.
Yeah, guys, I just want to show you the scene right here in downtown Charleston. You see the flashing lights. That's symbolic of what's all over the city. Police officers, Charleston police officers, trying to make sure that folks don't drive into areas like this, flooded streets. We're on Market Street. That's the place, if you've ever been to Charleston, you know, where they have the open market. Totally underwater right now, as you can see by this officer seeing how deep it is. And this is just one of the many streets in the downtown area that is underwater. The best advice we've been hearing all day is to stay away, stay inside and wait for the waters to recede, which should be a couple of hours after all of the rain that comes from this tropical storm actually stops. The most important thing you should know is stay home, don't get in it, and definitely don't drive. We actually saw some folks who took to the waters. They were actually walking through it. We asked them why.
Yeah, we're just checking out the water. It's always really fun to check out the water. So it's pretty crazy right over there. It's got a good current coming in from the ocean.
And I guess that's okay, but again, officials are saying that the best advice for anyone is to not try to drive tonight. You know, our Brad Panovich, Larry Sprinkle always say, turn around, don't drown. And in the best case for you today, if somebody's in uptown Charleston or downtown Charleston, if you will, just stay home, wait for all these waters to recede. We're right here in Charleston. This is Richard Vang for WCNC Charlotte.